Hi, I'm Mr. Shazrin, and my groupmate is Miss Aireen and Miss Ain, and we would like to talk about stealing supplies. Have you ever taken office supplies home, stole some pens and paper from your employer for your kids' art and craft class, or used the office printer to print personal born certificate? In a recent anonymous survey by Papermate, as part of the launch of a new pen, 100% of office workers admit to have stolen a pen at work. Others academic researchers have reported that up to 75% of employees admit to stealing office supplies in the past years. So the damage in economic terms caused by these petty theft behaviors have been valued in the hundreds of billions of dollars annually, may be responsible for roughly 35% of an organization inventory shrinkage annually, an average of 1.4 of its total revenues. So, if these behaviors are so harmful to our economy, why do we engage in them? When you start a new job, your employer tends to make a series of promises to you with regard to your employment that are not necessarily part of your written contract. Imagine that your employer promise you flexible working hours and a collegial work environment. By making these promises, your employer has created a set of expectations. This expectation form the basis of what we call a psychological contract. As long as your employer keeps as his or her part of the deal, you will be happy, commit, and loyal employee. The only imperfection to this situation is that rarely exists. We know that over time, employers and employees' perception of what was promised may start to drift apart.
Thank you, Mr. Shazrin, for your explanation. So, today I would like to explain about why everyone steals office supplies from work. For the first point is broken promises. In reality, a lot of people may perceive that their employer is deviating from his or her original promises. More recently, researchers have found that employees experience broken promises at a weekly and even daily rate. At this point, you are probably thinking, so if they break their promises so often, they must at least apologize from them, right? Sadly enough, a series of recent findings has indicated that employees hardly ever seem to notice that they did something wrong. Employees who experience broken promises tend to experience a series of very intense negative emotions such as anger, frustration, and outrage, which in turn may lead to a higher desire to dominate, retaliate, and get even with the employer. Moreover, researchers found that this effect was most profound among those who were excellent at their jobs and expected to be treated fairly, meaning that an organization's best employees are most likely to be vengeful in the face studies have also demonstrated that some people seem to enjoy behaving ragefully, especially when they are in higher status role and when they feel more dominant. So, when we add one and one together, we notice that the combination of a desire to retaliate and enjoying enacting rageful leads to a positive reinforcement of this behavior. As a sequence, employees are far more likely to be vengeful in future when they are confronted with a broken promise because they mainly experience positive consequences of their negative behavior. For the third point is about stinging. Not all, but for sure, one of office mates have a stingy attitude. This kind of attitude will push them to do something like stealing supplies, others' food, and others. People like this don't want to spend for his own.
What did you just put in your pocket?
For me?
What did you just put in to your pocket?
I didn't put anything in my pocket.
I saw you. I am literally talking about not stealing, and you're stealing right in front of me.
I know, I was listening.
Clearly, you weren't.
Yes, I was. You said keep an eye out, and an eye out I shall keep if these people are up to anything.
Obviously, it is not one of them, because you are the one stealing.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not, though.
Yes, you are.
But I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not!
Yes, you are!
Thank you, Ms. Airil, for the explanation. One of the most difficult situations to navigate in employee relations is how to appropriately handle an employee whom you suspect has been stealing. And I will explain about how to deal with stealing supplies in the workplace. First, identify the missing supplies. Review company accounts, bills, and statements to reveal inconsistencies. Explore other explanations and potential reasons for the discrepancy. Don't automatically jump to the conclusion that an employee is stealing. Next, investigate the issue. Interview the suspect, employer, and others who may have witnessed the activities. Review documents, bank statement, email, and check register for example, and use other relevant information such as access card records, time clock data, and footage from security camera to confirm your suspicions. Remain neutral and objective while you collect the facts. So, all the mitigating circumstances, the severity of the theft, whether the thief was intentional, and the amount of dishonesty involved when deciding the level of discipline to improve. In most cases, the company will likely decide to fire the stealing employee.
So, I have assembled you all here today to discuss some rather upsetting news. Some of the office supplies have gone missing these last few weeks, and I don't want to point any fingers. I know it's probably just a coincidence, but I would really like it if all of you could keep your eyes open and let me know if you see anybody taking home any supplies that you know are for office use only. I know it seems like it's probably not a big deal, but it is a crime. And we will not be afraid to punish you to the fullest extent.
So, in conclusion, stealing supplies is not even worth. Maybe sometimes doing nothing is the best thing you can do in the face of a broken promise. I'm not saying that you should not speak up when witnessing or experiencing injustice in the workplace. Instead, I am suggesting you pick your battle by deciding which aspect of your employment agreement are non-negotiable to you and which aspect are nice to have but not need to have. You can protect yourself from having to deal with every broken promises. My advice is to use your brain when being confronted with a broken promise in your workplace, and know that you can speak up, get an apology or remedy instead of sticking your fingers in the supply closet. So that's all for our group about stealing supplies. Thank you.
I admit it. I stole the supplies. I accidentally took home some paper clips and then I accidentally lost them. I'm sorry. Please don't send me to jail.
I knew it! Throw the book at her!
To navigate in employee and potential reasons for the discrepancy. John the thief was intentional and betul lah tu.
Mana?
Again. So, my point is about I would like to broken promises. Tak nampak pula ajar saya. This kind of attitude will push them to do something like stealing supplies, others' food, and others.
To talk about stealing supplies. Have you ever taken office supplies home?